There is one true God, and his name is death. And what do we say to death?
Not today.
Not today.
Okay, do you think the fear of death is irrational?
No. I think it's not about dying as much. It's about the lack of thought, the lack of being, the lack
The
of
fear of the
consciousness.
unknown.
The fear of totality, the fear of a total end.
Do you think
void.
death is absolute?
I think that's the only thing we know, that for sure, that it's an end. It could be an end to another beginning. It could be an end.
But don't you
period.
think it's kind of paradoxical? Because when we exist, death is not present. And when death is present, we no longer exist. So do we really need to fear it?
We've been conditioned to fear
Yeah.
it. The moment you're born, you know that there is an end.
Yeah, Shiv Batalvi also said कि बंदे नू मौत नहीं मारदी, बंदे नू पैदा होना मार देता है.
That's very true. You know, death is a universal truth,
Yes,
and there is no escaping from it.
yes.
Then why just not embrace it?
Yeah, so there's a very important book called The Denial of Death, written by Ernest Becker, who talks about how everything that we do is an effort to evade the terror of our own mortality.
Mortality is what gives us meaning. I think the idea of death brings to fore our priorities in life.
That's very true. Marcus Aurelius also said something like this. He says, you could leave life right now, let that determine what you do.
That's true. The kindest exit one can pray for is to have a relatively painless end
And near your loved ones.
and near your loved ones. There is also a prayer in Sanskrit. It's a prayer to Lord Shiva. The prayer is that please give me a
Dignified.
dignified death, and in a way that I don't have to depend on others around me,
Yes.
and that people remember me for the way I was.
I think Mahamrityunjay mantra itself talks about this, that free me from cycle of life and but grant me immortality.
Every story has to have an end. If it doesn't have an end,
Yeah,
it's not a
exactly.
story.
That's true.
It's an incomplete one.
More than teaching people the art of living, we also need to educate everybody on the art of dying.
I think there's a book, Tuesdays with Maury.
You read that book?
I read that book.
Yeah, I wasn't able
It
to read it.
beautifully captures the art of dying as such. There was one thing that my mother used to say. We don't mourn those who've passed for the fact that they've passed away. We mourn the fact that we have lost someone.
Yes,
The person who's passed away is above pain
Yes.
and suffering.
yes.
It's those who are left behind.